Next up is Kundala Dam, 7 kilometers. And how do you like the new frame? Let me know in the comments. These three bikers up ahead, there's a very funny story. When I was at the dam, Vattavada Dam, where I was taking the pictures with the secluded lake, they went off-roading the steep hill. There was one steep hill. Two bikes are Royal Enfield high power, one is low power like Hero Honda basic bike, and they have a pillion, and he got it stuck and he applied the brakes and then couldn't move. Everybody died laughing. I was having so much fun with that. So we are approaching our next viewpoint, Kundala Dam, 1750 meters above sea level. Sounds about pretty high. And we are driving through the tea estates and it's become cloudy and cold again. Just stopped by for a quick water break out here. So I just made it to Kundala Dam. All these places have a 10 rupee parking for a two-wheeler, so just paid up. She said you can cross the dam and then park after. Well, people have started to park here already, but there are these annoying monkeys, so I will not risk it. That was a coir body scrub. No, not coir. Coconut husk body scrub packed inside a net. Who's selling 3 pieces for 50 rupees. So auntie meant this side of parking across the bridge near the boating point. You can come here and park. Boating here is also paid 10 rupees and then 400 plus whatever rupees depending on what type of boat you take and how many people. So only they have access to this. This is the restricted boating premises. So I'm just walking along a little bit and then we'll continue onwards to the next point. There's a lot of crowd and a lot of traffic here also. Got myself a nice big bunch of sweet carrots here. They're cheaper here, the bigger bunch, and just 20 rupees. And I spoke very kindly to Bhaiya and he gave me one loose carrot extra because of the kindness, and he really liked me, I guess. Having it at the dam, there's too many of them, can't finish everything. So I will have some and I don't know, maybe share with the monkeys or carry it forward to the next viewpoint. But was a little bit hungry, so better than eating random chocolates, I grabbed this. Munnar is 24 kilometers from here, so I guess this was the halfway point to the village where we are headed. Echo point is 7.5, dam was 12. Cool, let's get going. I came to check out the views of the valley and then I looked up. Look at the clouds on the hills. So misty up ahead. Yeah, imagine going up all the way to check out the hill station viewpoint. I guess top view is up there and that's all you're gonna see. Mist and fun tea estate views. Found a tea estate that was easily accessible, so didn't even need to do a lot of trek. I just came down like 10 steps and the entire tea estate is accessible and viewable from here. Not that I have to go all the way in, I just wanted a few pictures with this backdrop to remember. Made it to the next viewpoint of the day. It's called Top Station. It's a half kilometer nice and easy walk. I actually parked Fortuner up ahead because of the traffic jams. Like people are bringing cars all the way to the very entrance, so I knew there would be jams out here. So this is gonna be the next stop. I think after this is just the village and nothing else in between, but saw this and there was lots of crowd, so came to check it out. There's a 20 rupees entrance ticket. There's a watchtower here, which is this one, and then you can go 100 meters down there for the viewpoint going down, and then we'll come back up for the watchtower. It's too crowded up there. Oh, they meant a 100-meter trek all the way over there. Okay, cool, let's go. Pretty exciting views already. We are not even at the viewpoint, but just be mindful of the stairs. They are a little bit slippery out here, so I have proper footwear. Don't start climbing down in sneakers. Lovely views out here. There is a podium kind of thing up there and you can go further down as well. So I was just checking the list as per the direction we are taking today. So there was a rose garden which I skipped. Photo point, that's where we had the chai coffee break. Elephant ride was closed. Matupatti Dam done. Echo Point done. Kundala Dam done. Top Station view done. And Vattavada Village is the last one. There was some film shooting point somewhere along the way that I skipped, but the village is the last stop and it's 2 p.m. So let's keep going. I think we still have about 1.5 hours to get there. Really nice views up the watchtower as well. Anyways, it's included in the ticket, so 10 on 10. Do that, but just wait for the crowds to clear up so you can have a peaceful viewing from all three sides. So it's time to say goodbye to these misty hills and continue the ride further. I don't know if the previous clips captured this, but look at the black clouds. They are growling, and since we are pretty high up, the weather is gonna get real bad up ahead. So we might as well do some sort of monsoon riding for a little bit. I don't know how it's gonna look like, but there is a small restaurant up ahead. There is one here as well. Let's see if we can find a bite to eat, because on the mountains everything is controlled by the weather. If it's bad, everything closes all of a sudden. So let's make sure we have a full belly before we ride. Just placed an order for my lunch for biryani, and even a modest hotel here has such an amazing view. Just as I sat down to have my meal, it started raining, so I'm just enjoying here, extended my stay with some coffee and just taking in the views of the rain from here, waiting for it to settle down before we start moving again. It's good that I was prepared for all the weathers and I came in just in time for lunch break.
Many minutes later.
Oof, what a weather. It has been raining like crazy. It's like very cold now, but that's the Vattavada Valley, and we have a honey museum 300 meters and some resort which we don't care about. But let's go down, take a closer look of the valley, and then let's go to the honey museum. And one shopkeeper told me there are like 4 or 5 points to check out here. Let's see how many we can see given the weather conditions. It's still raining. So found the honey museum. I'm right inside the honey museum campus. This is the museum entry. Not sure what to check out here, but they have a shop also there selling different kinds of honey. So let's go in and see. There is a ticket. Let's see what they explain inside. There's a lot of off-roading here, so only come here if you are an experienced rider, because this is very slippery. But this is why there is a lot of jeep kind of tourism also coming over here, and I think they are doing some organic vegetable and strawberry farm tours. Like, look, they are also giving a free visit in here. I think behind this museum also there is one. So not sure what we can see in the rain, but let's give it a shot while we are here. The views are amazing now that it has rained. It's like misty hills, lush greenery, very cool breeze. It's actually almost feeling like winter now. Pretty interesting. They have different kinds of honey inside and honey making equipment, so photography is not allowed there. And then at the end you end up at the museum side, where I was just asking her, like, you said 23 different kinds of honey inside, but not everything is for sale. So she said no, some of them are like imported variety too, so only the local one. And she said lychee, cinnamon, ginger, lemon, stingless, and she was explaining different sort of herbal and medicinal properties of honey. And stingless is I think quite expensive out here. So she said it's like a small bee that doesn't sting. So different sorts of bees have made different kind of honey. So if you are interested in buying that, I'm not interested, but it was a nice experience while we came all this far. And so just behind the honeybee museum there's a strawberry farm. I think that's where they're selling, and you can go inside and do the tasting. And there's like strawberry plants here. There's baby strawberries growing right there, so you can explore this area as well. I think much fewer people now that it is raining, but let's go and ask if they speak English, then can learn a little bit more about this place. This is anyways known as the vegetable basket of Kerala. So they will have a lot of organic fruits and vegetables out here. So in this shop they're selling strawberry jam, strawberry wine, and I think honey infused jam of some kind. They gave me some for tasting. And then there's nothing much in the farm out here, but some people are just going out exploring. I think the strawberries are still growing. They're pretty small and raw. So I'm just gonna walk around a little bit, try and understand what else is there to see now that we are in Vattavada. Otherwise we'll start returning. It's almost 4 PM and it's raining, so I guess the daylight will be very less today. Okay, so went back into the museum and got myself the wild honey to bring back to our homestay, 1 kg pack, and it's a plastic bottle, so should be easy to carry around. And I asked Didi about the places of interest nearby, and she says 7 kilometers up ahead you'll have a viewpoint and waterfalls. So I guess waterfalls should be in full glory now that it just rained. Viewpoint, not really sure what we're gonna see. And other than that, you're seeing a lot of these jeeps come up here. So there's a 28-kilometer area around where they can do like full-on off-roading and jeep safari kind of things, which is of course not what I'm going to do. So maybe I'll do a quick ride to see if the 7 kilometers is worth it or not, because again it's a hill ride. If we find something interesting, fine, otherwise we'll start returning back. Okay, so spoke to one of the jeep drivers. Not sure if he's lying or if he's saying the truth. I'm guessing he's saying the truth. He gains nothing by lying. Anyways, he says that you have to do off-roading all the way up the hills, and you're gonna see viewpoint is up there, 6-7 points out here, like film shooting points, viewpoints, waterfalls and stuff, and it's all danger road and off-roading. So not really sure how far we can go. I'll try to go a little bit further. If it gets really dangerous, I'll start returning, because anyways it's 4 PM, so, and we are quite far away from Munnar, so it's going to take a really long time to get back as well. And the clouds are still here, so not sure if it was to rain one more time. But anyways, let's get going. Let's go up a little bit as far as it feels safe, and then let's start return back all the way to Munnar. Went into a different farm across the street as well. They have a sampling and strawberry farm. Asked them if they have a live honey farm, and they do, which is like 1 kilometer on the other direction. So I can either go up this hill or go back. So I guess it's, yeah, I'm still wondering what to do, whether to go forward or backwards. Let's see. Well, I guess he was right. There is a lot of off-roading here. We will do a little bit just for the fun of it and then return afterwards. I guess these views make up for the most part. Really like what I did, how far I came. So all in all, we started at 9:30. It's 4:30 now almost. So spent like a full day in this direction of northeast or eastern side of Munnar. 10 on 10 recommended, like lots of points along the way, so had a really fun ride, and then all this rain and nature and stuff. So let's start returning back from here, and I'll also capture some snippets of the national forest that I crossed along the way, because at that time it was raining like crazy, so didn't get that. And after that we'll end this vlog. Alright people, we are back at the main gate. This is where it all starts, the entire view. Actually you can go camping, trekking, spend time in the nature out here, but it's too far away from Munnar. So if you want to do a day trip, I'd rather suggest you go there. There are some homestays and stuff up ahead. Stay here for like 1-2 nights, do all the jungle adventures, and then you can be on your way afterwards. But all in all, a great adventure. Had a real fun time today. Spent the entire day out in the nature, away from all the Wi-Fi and signals and 4G and whatnot. And I'll end this vlog here. I'll see you again in another episode. We have a whole lot of Munnar and nearby areas to explore. Until then, this is the Rustic Wanderer signing off. See you again the next time.